Hello, my name is Yemi and I would love to invite you to join me on the Jackpot Code. The Jackpot Code is your ultimate guide to legally migrating from Nigeria to your dream destination. If you desire to jackpot, we've got you covered. We'll bring you expert advice and insider tips to help you navigate the rules, routes and resources required to make that dream a reality. Join me this Sunday at 5 p.m. on the Women Network on YouTube. The Jackpot Code is brought to you by Women Consults in partnership with the Migrant Resource Center, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. Oh, good evening. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Jackpot Code. Welcome to the Jackpot Code. My name is Yemi Awosanya Adefajo. All right, yes, this is me. Yeah, this is me. I'm trying to, I think, okay, yes, that's it. More like that. So this is Yemi Awosanya Adefajo here, and I'm the host of the Jackpot Code, welcoming you to this special edition of our April specials, all right? April specials where we talk about specific topics that are in demand, of course, exciting topics that are trending. I want to be able to address them on the Jackpot Code. All right, so welcome everybody to the show today. I'm super excited to be here. The topic of today, like you can see, top 10 in-demand global jobs with natural skills. I'm talking of skills that jobs that you don't have to go and study in the university or someplace, something that's pretty much based on your natural skills. You're doing them already. And just to understand, a lot of things that are jobs today, the seasons that we're in, a lot of them are not necessarily studied from the pages, from the ivory towers, as the case might be. Many of those jobs are jobs that are already local, already natural, already gifted. People already walking the walk. It's just to be able to put them into a proper perspective, all right? So we're looking at some of those jobs today, and they are in high demand jobs globally, all right? This is one episode you want to make sure you're a part of this all the way to the end, all right? I'm super excited that we're bringing this up because it's one of the things I'm very, very extremely passionate about, and I'm happy that we're bringing up the topic. So please stay with us. We'll be back shortly, and then we'll start on this very exciting topic. Again, this is the Jackpot Code, where we talk about the rules, the routes, and the resources required for you if you are considering jackpotting. This program is powered by Women Consults in partnership with the Migrant Resource Center, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. All right, the word from our partners, and then I'll be right back. Thank you.
The National Electronic Labour Exchange is a unit in the International Labour Migration in the Employment and Wages Department of the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. The centers are information hubs for the public to meet demands of employment, referral, labor rights, recruitment advice, support, and all employment-related issues, with the aim of educating and enlightening the public on workplace and employment issues, as well as ensuring protection and decent work. Our target audience are students, all categories of migrants, and the general public. For more details, email us on jobcenterlagos@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, a National Electronic Labour Exchange, YouTube, a National Electronic Labour Exchange.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for staying with us. So jumping right on the topic again, for those of us who are joining us for the first time, thank you so much for clicking the link to be here. Do well to subscribe to the channel, and of course, subscribe and click notifications. They all line up. Click like and then share to other people who can benefit. There's so many topics we've addressed on this show, the Women Network platform, the Jackpot Code show. So many things we've addressed. So spend time. Just scroll down, get to watch some of those topics, and they're very, 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 very detailed, extremely necessary topics that will add value to you. We always say, if you are going to must jackpot right. Jackpotting right means that you must have the right information at your fingertip, so that you don't go there and get stuck or you get confused, because going and relocating is not a walk in the park. I mean, a lot of all these topics we've addressed. Please just spend some time and watch some of the videos that we've addressed right there in the past. All right, it will help you with your information. All right, so we're talking about the top 10 in-demand global jobs. And when we're talking about global, we're saying global, all around the world. This is where the world is at the moment. These are the kind of jobs that they're into. We always talk about, of course, every discipline is required, every industry is required, but there's some that are just in more demand than the other. Of course, at the end of the day, down the line of every in-demand job is a system that requires every other person all down the line there. But there's some jobs that are topping the chart, some jobs are being requested for. Again, that's what they're called in demand, really. So, but we're just thinking as many people out there, it doesn't matter your history or what job you've been a part of, you've been doing for some time. It doesn't really matter about that. You can switch careers. I know of people who started as auditors or accountants somewhere. They shifted into banking, some moved into legal department. It doesn't, just find your natural element, your nature, really, and then try and move there. Now, what we're looking at in this topic today, there are just 10 in-demand jobs that are practically based on natural skills. It's not as much as I have this ivory tower best certificate, top class, it's not really much about that. It's really more about your natural skills. Have you been doing anything like that? You must be able to interpret your daily life to this kind of job. And you find out you are really being around the corridors. You might not have been calling it that, which means you need to start remembering that, look, this thing, I've been doing something like this before, all right? You might not be calling it that, but you're already there. It's one of the things that you naturally do, even though you're not so, as it were, certified, if you understand what I'm saying about it. And this also brings to the bear one very important thing I would love to just speak on is the issue of a lot of the things that we do in this part of the world. Many of them, again, the nomenclature, the terminologies might not be adopted, and also the certifications as well might not be acquired, but many of us are dancing around that natural state. And that's why sometimes when you want to go for advanced studies, you have an option. It's either you have the first degree in that subject, or you have years of experience. And years of experience also can qualify, as a bedrock for knowledge base. In which case, you're already familiar, you've been exposed to that industry, and that really speaks a lot. It speaks a lot. So, even if you have not necessarily gone through the 4 walls of a university or tertiary institution, as the case might be, concerning these areas, we are looking at things that you can switch into, because when you get out, leave this country and relocate, there must be something in your hands that you can fall back on, not necessarily what you're certified in, because sometimes those things, your certification really doesn't hold, because they require some other level of certification, but something that you're naturally good at. And by the time you relate with any country, any state of the world, there's an acceptance because they can relate with it. It's real. Of course, it also matters that you must be able to interpret what it is that you have natural giftings for, interpret them to become in the dimension that employers would want it to be able to understand what it is that you apply for. So much to talk about today. So we're going to be starting immediately, and I would launch on expressing to us these 10 topics that we're looking at today. All right, so I'm going to go straight into that. The 10 topics we're looking at today, 10 in-demand jobs. In-demand jobs we're looking at today. I'm going to go straight into that. All right, here we go. So the 10 we're looking at is project management, data analysis or science, as the case might be, healthcare professionals, for those who are in healthcare, communication strategists. Of course, social strategies, you have that. Social media management, we have e-commerce management, we have digital product management, of course, UI and UX designers, that's also one of the jobs that's available. The business analyst, and of course, business development management, manager or management case might be. So these are the 10 we're looking at. Now, each of these things it's like an everyday thing, really. Many of us are already walking around the corridors, but we're not quite clear exactly this is what I've been doing, why I didn't know that. I'm going to be talking about these 10 topics, these 10 global jobs, and also the natural skills that are attached to them that you can, if you have these skills, then you should be able to do it. Sometimes when some of us, when we look at what we do, we tend to define ourselves by the job offer, the desk you are operating, not necessarily by the job requirements or the job specifications. And that's usually where we kind of shortchange ourselves. Because a person who is always answering the phone will probably end up and say, oh, I answer the phone. I mean, that's what I do. I'm a customer service. What does customer service entail? And by the time you look at what it entails, you find out that you're actually applicable as a care assistant. You're actually applicable as a marketing person. You're applicable as a salesperson. Because of the job specification, it kind of can cross border to other industries, other career paths. And that's really one of the things we must understand. And it will help us to know that there's much more to what you're capable of doing than just your job title. Much, much more if you focus more on the job certification, in which case, what are the tasks that you have to do? All right, so making some progress now. The first one is project management. This kind of job can be hybrid and remote, or remote as the case might be. Again, of course, it can be on-site. It can be on-site. So hybrid or remote, and focusing more on the hybrid and the remote, allowing you to be able to work from Nigeria across the globe and not necessarily even traveling at all. Some of them really can even get you to travel abroad as well and go continue the job there if the company is strong enough to sponsor you. And guess what? That's visa for you, and that's relocation for you. So estimated salary range $75,000 to $120,000, depending on the size of the company and the project. All right. Now, from here, you can have this job from here. All you need is to be able to tailor your CV to speak to what is required. The skills, basic fundamental skills, of course, every other skill can be attacked based on the uniqueness of the project. We have communication skills. You can't be a project manager without being able to communicate. That's impossible. All right, communication skills, leadership as the head and leadership as a team player. I usually bring leadership to be the follower and the team lead and the follower. They all don't pick up leadership. So you must be able to work in a team and lead a team, as the case might be. Time management skills, fantastic skills. Are you the sort of person that always keep to time? You're a project manager material, all right? If you're that kind of, you're a project manager material. Budget management skills. You don't just blow money and spend money anyhow, because you can't be a project manager if you're not able to manage your resources as much as possible, right? So project management skills, you are the one that they give money to, you keep the money in your pocket. You don't spend people's money, and then when it's time to go to the market, go buy A. You don't get a wave of inspiration, go and buy B, C, and D. You'll be terrible manager if you do that. So we're talking of people who are able to manage budgets here and there. Of course, risk management as well. You think, okay, so if this doesn't go right, what else could go wrong? How do I mitigate against what is going to go wrong? How do we make sure that we at least get up to 100% success on the project? All right, all these kind of skills are the skills that are required as a natural skills for a project manager. Now, this is my point. If you have these skills, if you're around this territory, this area of the skills, of course, there's much, much more being attached to this. It doesn't matter your industry right now, whether you're in banking, whether you're a driver, whether you're a whether you are a take care of a restaurant, you're a restaurant attendant or something. It doesn't matter what in All right. Oh my goodness. I've been locked out for some time. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm just going to go on. I apologize for the break in transmission. All right. So I'm going to just go back to the slides and get us back in the groove. I'm so super excited about this right now because there's so many things that we must learn about this. So I don't know. I'm going to just go back to the previous slide just to be sure that we're on the same. We didn't miss anything much. All right. Like I was talking about. All right. Let me just confirm to be sure. Can I get some feedback at all if I am audible and the visuals are clear? If you can do that, I will really appreciate that. All right. Just give me a chat. Give me a chat if you can hear me and see the slides. All right. All right. Appreciate everybody joining us. If you can do that, that would be grateful. That would be great. That would be great. All right. So I'm going to go right now. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me just to confirm and be sure that all is good. All is good. All is good. Just a few seconds, and I would continue with the slides. A few seconds. I'm sure if this is good, then it's fine. If this is good, then it's fine. All right. I think I'm back now. I can go on. With the slide. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, good. So here we are talking about data analysis. Like I said again, these are just the basic skills. You can switch to this. I mean, again, I'm gonna throw it on our face, throw it right there into our face. We have $80,000, $120,000 per annum. Don't. Now, I want to beg you, please don't convert it to naira. Your calculator will lose the zeros. Just stay as it is. All right, stay as it is. All right. So this is the amount in terms of salary range you could be getting if you work in this direction. We're talking about all the natural skills that you're naturally gifted at. When you get into this world of data analysis, it will be easy for you to rise up and hit the 120, go beyond the 120. You can do it, provided you're natural at it. You love what you're doing. All right. If you're a natural researcher, you love research work, you love, data, you love, and like I said, data, I keep saying data. It's not really anything. What is the number of that? How many people this, how many people that? That's basically what data speaks to. All right. So if you are like that, then you're good to go. Let's move on now. Healthcare professional. Again, anybody can be into healthcare. I mean, if you had a wound on your leg before, you had to use something to take care of it. If you're kind of, oh my God, I don't like to sleep like that. Maybe that's not for you. But again, healthcare. Now that's a bit over too much of it. So type of job, hybrid, remote. Sorry about that. It shouldn't be hybrid or remote because healthcare you will be required to come physically. But because there is a demand internationally for healthcare professionals, most of the professionals, homes or hospitals or healthcare systems requesting for this service are having to bring in people from across the globe to come and do the work. So it is possible you want to relocate, maybe this is a good opportunity to do so because now you have a chance where the company can say, look, we want you to come. We like you want you to come. So who can be and enjoy, can come into the healthcare professional work. Healthcare, you must have skill set, natural skill set, healthcare knowledge and expertise. You must be around the healthcare system. Either you volunteer somewhere or you took care of a relative in-house care providing system, something that you did. It's part of it. You have children, young children. You're raising up your children yourself. You move them from each stage of their life. Hey, it's also part of healthcare. It's part of healthcare. Most in this part of the world, we usually. So I'm going to speak directly to those people who are in the so-called village, our villages today. The chunk of the village is the older generation. The chunk of the village is the older generation, and there are people caring for them there. Okay, when you have somebody, before you know they are going to the village, There are people that are there caring for those people. Those people are all. This is all healthcare. People who have been part of the Red Cross, part of the. We were around the hospital, around the hospital as a nursing assistant or something. Healthcare. You love reading about health. whether it's nutrition or it's about caring for first aid. It does all of these are all healthcare. So interpersonal skills, very important for a healthcare person because you're going to communicate. It's critical to healthcare. Attention to details, all right? Very important. If you're naturally like that, physical stamina, naturally, like compassion and empathy, you're that kind of a person. Hey, care is open to you. From 19,000 to 200,000. Of course, the upper limits are for professionals in the field. But the beautiful thing is, in whichever industry, as long as you want to be a care person, I want to rise in the cadre of care all through, you can become that. You can. This is doable for you. You can enter into healthcare even through care assistance, which is just open to anybody as long as I have this natural inclination. And from that experience, you can begin to write the MVQs, write the nursing certificates, and all of that before you know you rise and become whatever you want. There's an entry point. You might not, of course, you won't be able to go from this by saying, look, I want to become a nurse. Bam, you have to go through some nursing school. There's no crash course involving nursing. You have to do the nursing certificate. You have to go through the process, all right, before you're able to get to that level with where you can call yourself a professional. All right, so that is extremely critical when it comes to healthcare. But you can penetrate into that industry from just jump straight, as the case is. You can come in from the basics and you'll be able to climb the ladder. The next thing is a communication strategist. If you're into communication, all right, hybrid and remote, this can be done from anywhere. What you're doing is just writing and editing and thinking the text and communicating the text. Meetings I've had, people are writing, posting articles up. The articles are coming from all over the globe. You could be anywhere in the globe. 19,000 to 200. Hey, guess what, guys? You can go higher than that. Your experience matters. The size of the company matters. So we're saying natural skills includes if you're an excellent written and verbal communication skills, fantastic. Writing, you are a writer. Hey, you should not have a problem with communication, all right? Strategic thinking and planning, very, very important as well, because you have to be thinking who is going to read the text, who is the text for, who is the text for. You're talking about what's the purpose of writing the text, what do you want to have as a resultant effect. The text has been written. How do we manage the fallback of that writing and make it suit what we need it to do? You know, all these things are just strategic thinking things. When you're writing, you're not just writing for the fun of it. Even if you're doing it right, if assuming you're writing something on maybe some prose alone, you want to elicit some kind of reaction from those who are reading it, and that's just very profound. So that you're already doing communication, really. Analytical skills, interpersonal networking skills, of course, digital marketing skills, brilliant. You are top notch. All right, you're top notch. Experience is the key word here. That's what it is. The years you spend writing, the more you can stand and become that. A lot of people are not very writers, are not very good with editing. Some people are better at proofing, some people are better at writing. Whichever the case is, it's a team of people working. You can become a communicator. Like I always say this, get global, think global. Every communicator is not necessarily a writer, but we are going to merge it together. Excellent writing and verbal communication. That's what makes you a communicator. Written and verbal, all combined. That's what makes you a great communicator. So if you're a writer already, just add a bit more of the non-verbal, the verbal part of it. Add a bit more. Be able to communicate what you have written. Be able to have an effect when you write. What do you want to elicit? Get into that game of corporate writing. Get into the game of able to communicate to the public what exactly the originator is trying to say. And you're a communicator. You're a communicator. And that gets you to the communication level. The world is looking for communicators. And there's no kidding about it. It doesn't matter the industry, no matter how large the industry is, they will constantly keep communicating with the world. That's where you come. And that's why your salary is going to high. Become more than that. All right? That's why it's going to high. So express what it is. You're already a writer. Hey, think global, think global, think global. Pages of sheets of paper. Communicate your writing. Say something with your writing, and the great thing, you're gonna have so much fun doing that and getting paid for it. All right. So the next thing is social media management. Now this is like right in your face. Oh my goodness, right here. In fact, this doesn't even involve hybrid. This is purely remote because you're talking social media. It's everywhere, everywhere. From the basic social media manager who is just sitting in the office and helping one or two companies to run their social media portfolios and stuff, all the way to the big guns, to the big guys managing portfolios of industries, portfolios of multinational companies, Fortune 500, Fortune 600, Fortune companies, all those people, the scope is as wide as it can possibly be. Everybody wants visibility. Everybody wants people to talk about them. Everybody wants to make more money and get more clients. Where do you have those people? On the social media. On the social media. All right? Over 7 billion people on the face of the earth. Hey, a chunk of them. With all this data we have on social media, Instagram, and many others that are still coming, so much to engage with. And that's where people who are in the social media management platform, social media management, industry, that's so much. It's very, very important. Now, what do you need? Natural skills, social media platform expertise. Are you already good with your Facebook? You always post a high, guess what? All these things you're doing, nobody's paying you for that. How about if you corporately present it? I can help other people. This is what I am. I help you to do these things, and I can do them because I know how to do them. That would be great. All right. Content creation and curation skills, analytics and data analysis skills, customer service and engagement skills, marketing and advertising knowledge. There are people who are just social media managers. What they just do is post, follow the trend, run with the trend, all of that. Those people that do that. And there's those people who are marketing and advertising people. Their job is to get more market, get people to buy products, get people to go to sites and begin to make payments. There's some other people, is just customer service and engagement. They just want to get people to keep talking. They might not look for people that are going to pay, but people that keep talking. I mean, if you're a musical artist, what you might not be looking for is marketing and advertising. You might be looking for more engagement. Let people start talking about me. Let me buzz. So everything is required based on whatever is required. That's what the skills you give. But people are naturally here. There's so many people that are here at the moment. So many people. So call yourself a social media manager and start looking for jobs as a social media manager. Experience is the key word here as well. All right, especially the keyword here as well. I'm trusting that all this is making a lot of sense to us. So we'll just keep moving on now. UI and UX designer. This also, again, can be remote and also hybrid. Salary range, 1,000 to 110,000. Again, depending on your experience level and the size of the company. What are the natural skills required? Graphic design skills, user-centered design skills, technical skills, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all of that, understanding the user behavior, psychology, collaboration, and communication skills. So let me just break down what this UI, UX design is all about. Basically, when you pick up your phone and your laptop, all those digital platforms, you pick them up, whenever you click on anything, the way it shows up to you is a design template. If you check on Facebook on your laptop, it is not it's not the same design that you see on your laptop that you see on your phone. Why? It can't be because the screen size of the laptop is different from the screen size of the phone. There are people who design those things so that it's customized to what you're going to see. All right, so that's basically what that is all about. The design of the interface between the person who owns the product and, of course, the user. So when you look at it, how would you see it? If you look at your computer screen, you find all the. If you're using Microsoft, you find all the icons of the apps involved. They're all at the bottom. Majority of them are all at the bottom, stretched out like that. When you go to Apple, every time you raise one, you move the cursor to one, the icon jumps up. These are all design templates. Just giving an identity to that product, and then also easily accessible, easily usable by the end users, you and I. So if you were to find a Microsoft Word document and then you're looking for the file, and they say the file has been put at the bottom, it's just pure confusion, all right? So this is what it's all about. Now, if you are so naturally inclined, you're a graphics person, you like to arrange things, make things look nice, UI UX is where you gotta be, bro. $7,000 to $110,000 That's what you should be thinking about. Of course, design, you're not taking that away. You're right there, but you're now channeling it in that direction. Technical skills, you're natural with the codes. The HTML, the CSS should be going around this area. I'm sure all those who are naturally in that technical part will easily break again. Wow, internet things. All right, so sorry for that. Just gonna go back to my screen and pick it up again. Pick it up again. All right, pick it up again. I'm gonna just pick it up again. I think I was at the HTML bit of it. All right, so I'm just gonna pick it up from here and then just move on real quick. Real quick on that. All right, so I'm talking about us. For those of us who are into graphic designs, you're naturally good at graphics, designing things here and there. Even if you're not very outstanding at graphic designs, but you like designs, you like looking at great design, you like working with design, you work with design. So you should be interested in the UI UX designing bit of it. It's just the image. You to have the adequate user interface. Let what the company or the person communicating want to achieve, let it be achieved. Not that people will get to the platform and there's a lot of confusion. So that's what the UI UX design is all about. $70,000 to $110,000 per annum, depending on your experience level and the size of the company. I think this is just brilliant. So a crash course of UI UX, you're good to go. Okay, moving forward real quick. Business analyst, hybrid, and remote. It could be any of the two. All right, $65,000 to $100,000. Depending again on the size of the goal, which means it can be higher than 100,000. So what do you need? Analytic and problem-solving skills, business acumen, financial analysis skills, technical knowledge of database, data analysis, all of that is very good for you. So again, don't forget we spoke about the data analyst as well, data analyst or data science. So you need, when you have that skill, you can easily come into business analysis because it is those information you're able to interpret, you're able to get how do people do what they do, why do they behave the way they behave, what is the best time to sell, what product is selling, what's the response of people to a particular kind of product, sex, the age, the location, the complexion, and the likes of all of that, the race, everything. So you'll be able to, and you need all those knowledge, all those background knowledge to be able to, give business, analyze people's business. All right. So communication and interpersonal skills, project management skills as well, very, very important for business analysis. So again, experience in business or a crash course in business analysis would do very well. If you are naturally good at project management, you can say something about business analysis. You can, because you already have the experience. So communication and interpersonal skills also very, very critical and very important. Again, I always go back to that figure. You see that 65,000, 100,000 figure? Is enough motivation for you to move in this direction. So if you're naturally around the corner, you run your own business, hey, you can teach business analysis. If you're working in a company, you're always around the space of customers, how much we bring in, how much money is remaining, all those things, they're all around business analysis. All right, that would be very good. Business development, the next one. Type of business, hybrid or remote, whichever the case is, $60,000 to $120,000 is how much you can make. Again, depending on your experience level and the size of the company. All right. Natural skills required, sales and marketing knowledge. That's what's required for this. As well, because you're talking about business analysis. You're talking about business analysis, marketing, and business development now. So marketing and sales and marketing knowledge, fantastic. Relationship management skills, very important as well. Negotiation and persuasion skills, very important. Strategic planning and analysis skills, financial analysis and forecasting skills. If you're naturally gifted in all this kind of calls, talking to people, solving people's problems, helping them to navigate through challenging situations, counseling people through difficult times, maybe you should try business development. It will do a lot of good, all right? Experience in business and a crash course in business development will do a lot of good, all right? Like I said, a lot of us are involved in some of this is on our day-to-day life. We're usually involved in it. And if you're naturally around that corridor, not everybody, but some of us are, but naturally around that corridor, then you might want to push business development as a job you're trying to get. This is the amount of money you're aiming for, and you're able to achieve that. You're able to get that. I think it's very profound if you're able to do that. All right. So data product management, all right? Data product management. If I take that one,
Hello, my name is Yemi, and I would love to invite you to join me on the Jackpot Code. The Jackpot Code is your ultimate guide to legally migrating from Nigeria to your dream destination. If you desire to jackpot, we've got you covered. We'll bring you expert advice and insider tips to help you navigate the rules, routes, and resources required to make that dream a reality. Join me this Sunday at 5 p.m. on the Women Network on YouTube. The Jackpot Code is brought to you by Women Consults in partnership with the Migrant Resource Center, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment.
The National Electronic Labour Exchange is a unit in the International Labour Migration in the Employment and Wages Department of the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment. The centers are information hubs for the public to meet demands of employment, referral, labor rights, recruitment advice, support, and all employment-related issues, with the aim of educating and enlightening the public on workplace and employment issues, as well as ensuring protection and decent work. Our target audience are students, all categories of migrants, and the general public. For more details, email us on jobcenterlagos@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, a National Electronic Labour Exchange, YouTube, a National Electronic Labour Exchange.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. This is JAPA Code, produced by Wimo Consult in partnership with the Migrant Resource Center, Lagos Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. So we'll be talking about the top 10 in-demand global jobs that you can apply for while you're right here in your country. And we are looking at jobs that are leveraged on your natural skills. You're already around the corridor. What you probably just need to do is a little brush up here and there, short courses, and you're already there. And you can push your part of your natural self, push that CV out, speaking to what you have been doing that speaks to that job, and you're good to go. You're good to go. So I'm just going to wrap up with the last bit of it now. Just about two more to go. I'm just going to change my screen so I can show you that bit of it. Just give me a sec. I'm just going to switch to that right now. I think I spoke on that. Let's just settle a bit on this. The digital product management. Oh, welcome back again. This is really bad. All right. Really struggling with this internet bit today. All right. Apologize for that. I'm going to just go back to the slides and do just about two more to go. And then we'll call it a wrap today. It's been an exciting one talking about these things today. All right. So we're speaking about the digital product management. We'll just try and expand the screen. All right, there we go. Digital product management. All right, digital product management. There we go. All right. So hybrid or remote, any of the tools applicable. Digital product management, it focuses on being able to push digital products out there, be able to manage them. Push the management out there for people who are naturally gifted in this kind of areas. You're already there. You're already around the zone. We're looking at $90,000 to $130,000, depending again on your experience and the size of the company. Technical knowledge of how to do. If you've already been around that zone, We do a lot of good product development and design skills. Fantastic as well. So if you're already around the business strategy, planning, this strategy and planning skills, analytical skills, communication and leadership skills, they're all applicable in this case for a digital product management. It spans across any kind of digital product, any kind whatsoever. All right, any kind. If you're into, you have a business that is strictly an e-commerce business, you have product that you're selling. This products have to be developed. This product have to be showcased. This products have to be spread across. It has to be user-friendly, user relational. You have to have a lot of all this, and that brings. If you're naturally about talking about, even if you're picking a product, a bottle of something, you're talking about that bottle and you're looking at the size of the way they handle the bottle, the way the bottle is covered, what kind of color does it attract, what kind of, all these things are all part of. If you're ever inclined in this area and you're in, for what is what, you're right now into, I don't know, you're into tailoring and you're naturally gifted about the way this clothes look, this product looks, the way, hey, you're a material for digital product management. All right, think about it. I'm talking of $90,000 and $30,000. That's where you are. Experience again is business and a crash course digital product marketing will be great. You don't need to go through the 4 walls of the ivory towers to do this. Maybe you want to do masters, you want to do PhD and go for the academically. That's okay. But right now, you don't need, you already have the natural. Just do a brush up course and push forward all of the skills, and you're right there at the place you should be. All right, so I'm going to go to the last bit of it now. E-commerce management, hybrid again, and remote. All the e-commerce businesses of this world, this is where they're all sitting. Okay, online sales and marketing knowledge. You've been around that area at some point. Push for this at the advanced level. Understanding of e-commerce platforms. There's so many, every market, every product platform is an e-commerce platform. All right, knowledge of logistics and supply chain management. How does this product get to the end user? How do they pick it up from here? How do they take it to this place? If you're, some people are just naturally at an analysis level. They're just natural analytics. Analytics. They just naturally they're gifted with those kind of skills. It helps a lot. Customer service and relational management skills, product and end user, logistics, staff, the end person, the customer care. In terms of the product with the person who is the customers who are buying the product, so many data analysis, forecasting skills, the likes of them. Again, get into that digital product management space and also e-commerce management. Such crash courses will do you a lot of good. I think that's about the last of it. All right, that's about the last of it. It's been someone talking about this with us today. I'm super excited about sharing this with us. One of the things that motivated this talk today is to help a lot of people who are planning on relocating, help put them in, of course, our viewers in the perspective of, what you're running to meet in Sokoto, the possibilities that is right here in the pocket of Sokoto. If you can go into that space right now and begin to dig out, if nobody's stopping for wanting to relocate, it will be terrible having to get to another man's country only to get there to begin to do menial job. You're confused, you're not ready. It will be very difficult. So it's better for you to, while you're here, let's get that job. Let's get into that headspace of being global. Become a global player. Become a global player while you are in this country. Your CV can go far while you're here. People can get you jobs, can give you contracts while you're in this country. You can get employers who are interested in you while you're in this country and get paid in foreign currency. That's the drive. You can do all of that while you're here in this country. All right. So if you have a reason now to relocate, you're not hit by the suddenness of I'm not able to get a job. You're already working. Your job is remote. Your job is hybrid. You can go to the country and come out of the country at will. You have a job that you're doing, and that's what we want to push. That's what we're trying to enlighten us to do. So right now, let's begin to tailor our CVs, begin to tailor our documents to favor the kind of jobs that are in high demand. All right. Everybody cannot go there. Definitely. While you're in your country, there's so many other jobs you can get here also that can also propel you to great levels, higher levels. That's what we're trying to push for us to be able to do. There's been an awesome one with us today on the show. I'm sorry we started a bit later and then also we extended the time a little bit. I apologize for that. Apologize for that. Been a bit of a technical glitch here and there. If you have, just to share also with us, this is Wimo Consult. We're also very tuned to also helping those people who would like to become carers. If you want to become a carer, and for those who want to live and work overseas as a carer, get in touch with us. You can get in touch with us as well. Details are right here. Wimo Consult, building capacity, deploying resources, email address, phone numbers, and of course on social media handles. You can reach us on those platforms. Okay, you can reach us on those platforms. It's been a great time with me here on the show. We're getting close to the end of our special April editions. It's been awesome. I've had a lot of great time. I've had a lot of great time on the show, speaking on all these great things. Next Sunday, another great one. That will be the last Sunday of the month of April, and then we're moving on to May. Another bumper edition awaits us in May. It's been an awesome one. If you have any comments, any question, please drop it on the comment sections, and we will do well to attend to them. Get there and drop whatever comments you have. Okay, so let's get to know what you think about the show and also about some of the topics. If you have questions about some of the topics we've taken, spend time to look through, just watch all the other videos that we've had, and it will be of much benefit to you. Again, like us and share the platform. Thank you so much. Great to have you here. I wish you all the very best. We'll see you again next week. We'll see you again next week, Sunday. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.
The National Electronic Labour Exchange is a unit in the International Labour Migration in the Employment and Wages Department of the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment. The centers are information hubs for the public to meet demands of employment, referral, labour rights, recruitment advice, support, and all employment-related issues, with the aim of educating and enlightening the public on workplace and employment issues, as well as ensuring protection and decent work. Our target audience are students, all categories of migrants, and the general public. For more details, email us on jobcenterlagos@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, a National Electronic Labour Exchange, YouTube, a National Electronic Labour Exchange.